Hey there, book lovers! Welcome back to Audiobook 24 times 7. If you are looking for a timeless classic that has touched hearts and sparked meaningful conversations for decades, you are in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, a novel that deals with the heavy themes of racial inequality, justice, morality, and the loss of innocence. Set in the Deep South during the 1930s, this book isn't just a story about a young girl and her family. It's a reflection on the complexities of human nature and the struggles of a society trying to find its way. Whether you are reading it for school, just out of curiosity, or for the love of great literature, this summary will break it all down for you in a way that's easy to understand and, of course, engaging. So, grab your favorite snack, sit back, and let's get into it. Our story takes place in the fictional town of Macomb, Alabama, during the Great Depression. It's a small, sleepy town where everyone knows each other's business and life moves slowly. The novel is narrated by Scout Finch, a 6-year-old girl who is the daughter of Atticus Finch, a respected lawyer, and the sister of Jem Finch, her older brother. Scout's full name is Jean Louise Finch, but she's mostly known as Scout. Scout describes Macomb as a town full of quirky characters and long-held grudges. Despite the economic hardships of the 1930s, Macomb seems to have a lot of time for gossip. Scout and Jem's father, Atticus, is an exceptional man, a lawyer, with a strong sense of justice and a moral compass that guides his every decision. He is also very wise and patient, especially with Scout, who often struggles to understand the complexities of the adult world. In addition to their father, the Finch children are raised by Calpurnia, the Finch family's African-American housekeeper. Calpurnia plays a pivotal role in the children's lives, teaching them important lessons about the world, race, and class. One of the most intriguing aspects of To Kill a Mockingbird is the mysterious Boo Radley, a reclusive neighbor who lives just a few houses down from the Finch. Boo Radley's house is a source of fascination and fear for Scout, Jem, and their friend Dill, a young boy who spends summers in Macomb. The three of them concoct elaborate plans to try and catch a glimpse of Boo, but they never succeed. Boo Radley is rumored to be a dangerous, monstrous figure who never leaves his house. The children imagine all sorts of stories about him, some more terrifying than others. However, as the novel progresses, we begin to see that Boo is much more than just the subject of childish superstition. The heart of the novel comes when Atticus Finch is assigned to defend Tom Robinson, a black man who has been accused of raping a white woman, Maeli. The case is set against the backdrop of the racial tensions of the Macomb, like many towns in the South, is deeply segregated, and the idea of a black man defending himself against a white accuser is unthinkable to many of the townspeople. Atticus takes on the case despite knowing the backlash he and his family will face. He is fully aware that, in the eyes of the town, Tom Robinson has little to no chance of receiving a fair trial. The racism in Macomb runs deep, and even though here is no concrete evidence against Tom, Atticus's efforts to defend him put him at odds with many of the townspeople. Throughout the trial, Atticus proves that Tom is innocent. He shows that the evidence doesn't support Maela's accusations and suggests that her father, Bob Ewell, might be the real culprit. But in the end, the jury still convicts Tom Robinson, simply because of his race. This trial, with its heartbreaking outcome, serves as a crucial turning point in Scout and Jem's understanding of the world. After the trial, the tension in Macomb rises. The town becomes even more divided, and Atticus and his children face increased hostility. Scout, who has always been fiercely protective of her father, begins to understand the cruelty and injustice that exist in the world. She's confronted by the hatred of the townspeople, and Jem struggles with the realization that the world isn't always fair or just. But even in the face of adversity, Atticus remains steadfast in his belief. He continues to teach his children valuable lessons about empathy, understanding, and standing up for what's right, even when it's not easy. Bob Ewell, who was humiliated during the trial, becomes vengeful after the verdict. He begins to harass Atticus and his family, seeking revenge for what he perceives as a loss of honor. One night, after a Halloween event, Scout and Jem are attacked by Bob Ewell. It seems like he intends to kill them, but in a surprising twist, Boo Radley emerges from his reclusive life to save the. He kills Bob Ewell in the process, but he does it to protect Scout and Jem. Boo's actions, while heroic, remain a mystery to the public. Sheriff Hectate decides to cover up Boo's involvement, understanding that the public would not react kindly to the idea of Boo being thrust into the spot. Instead, they tell the Finch family that Bob Ewell fell on his own. The decision to protect Boo shows the deep understanding of justice that Atticus instilled in his children sometimes. Doing what's right means protecting others from the harsh realities of society. As the novel comes to a close, Scout reflects on the lessons she has learned. She has witnessed the complexities of human nature, the good, the bad, and the ugly. She has learned that the world is full of prejudice and hatred, but it is also full of kindness, courage, and love. In her final reflection, she realizes that Atticus's teachings were more than just about understanding the law. They were about understanding. The final moment with Boo Radley is poignant. Scout finally meets Boo face to face, and for the first time, she sees him not as a mysterious figure, but as a human being, just like anyone else. Her encounter with Boo teaches her one of the most important lessons of the novel. Most people are nice when you finally see. To Kill a Mockingbird is a novel that continues to resonate with readers today because it addresses the universal issues of race, justice, and morality. Through the eyes of a child, Harper Lee explores the complexities of human behavior and the injustices that continue to plague society. It's a story that reminds us to challenge our own prejudices, to stand up for what's right, and to never lose sight of our shared humanity. If you haven't read this classic yet, it's definitely worth picking. It's a book that offers so much more than just a snapshot of history. It offers timeless lessons that are still relevant in our world. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this summary, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more book summaries on Audiobook 24x7. See you next time, and happy